All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Nicholas Sorsa and my comedic stand-in for Mr. Carruthers, who is, how do we put this?
I don't know, because I was asking where he was.
He's not here.
What ailment does he have today?
Who knows? We'll have to have him call in and find out what he's suffering from.
He didn't try to race somebody up and down the concourse, did he?
Well, the last one only went 3 feet. Anyway, we are at Brunswick Zone Green Mountain in Lakewood, and we are doing top 8 finals. So our top-seeded player, Jerry Smith out of Englewood, is guaranteed into the championship match. Jerry out of Englewood, Colorado. Second seed, Chris Woolsey out of Broomfield. He'll get a one-round bye, so he will take on the lowest remaining seeded player out of this first round. This round here is seeds 3 through 8. Single elimination, so the 3 that advance, Chris will come in and be the 4th player. We'll have 2 matches there. We'll get that down to basically 1 bowler, and then that 1 bowler will take on Jerry Smith out of Englewood. Jerry been in the club long, probably 20 years.
Yeah.
1 Masters starter probably, and multiple champion, great bowler, ex-touring player in his younger days. The impressive thing about Jerry, finally had his knee replaced, which was probably one of the worst knees I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, it was.
And did the rehab vigorously, came back in real short period of time, and bowls as good as he ever has. And he'll be fun to watch. We haven't seen him in a long time, so good to see Jerry back in action. But to our left, we have our seeds 3 through 8, and that's Chuck Von Hortnell out of Greenwood Village, our 3rd-seeded player. And our 8th-seeded player, Kelly Lawson, out of Westminster. And then our TV pair will feature
11th.
John Eklund out of Denver, Sean Diggs out of Aurora. And on 37 and 38, we got Ron Smith out of Colorado Springs taking on Joe Stepniak out of Westminster. In this first round, these bowlers will get 5 minutes practice, and then we'll begin our first round. So what did you think of the World Series of Bowling Chameleon?
Can I bowl on again and see if I can throw the ball right, and then I'll let you know?
No.
Oh, actually, it wasn't bad. I just couldn't carry.
Yeah.
I was sticking 10 pins and 7s. And
what I noticed was it was very difficult to keep a line.
Yes.
But, in Vitko, I thought Richard Vitko threw the ball really well yesterday, but probably left the whole back row in 6 frames.
That's what he told me I was bowling.
He threw the ball well. He just couldn't carry.
Yeah.
And when you only get a couple pins handicap, of course, it makes the cut highly unlikely.
Well, he even told me that Jerry couldn't carry. He said if Jerry could have carried, it was plus 300.
Probably.
If he could have carried.
Well, and then in the semis, of course, Jerry throws the front 10.
10.
In the second game, shoots 286, leaves a buck in the 11th ball. But and then third game, shoots 240. So he's ready. And, normally I say you can't beat the Pope on Sunday, but all these guys beat the Pope on Sunday. So
because the Pope did a bowl
he might
on
have
Sunday.
changed religions or something. I don't know.
That's because Pope needs to go to have some kind of blessing because he can't walk.
That's a genetic
the Pope
thing.
needs another blessing from another Pope.
Oh, God. Wow. That's going to be hard to find.
You know what?
I don't want to know.
We can just get one of his other friends. He looks like him.
Oh, Lord. Well, looks like these guys are basically done. So, where is Mr. Where is he? Where's
Who are we
Philip?
looking for?
Philip.
Oh. I don't know where he went. I can't.
It looks like we're pretty much done. You guys ready to go? You're going to lead.
Why am I bowling Sean now?
Why? It's real easy because you're the 4th seed bowling the 7th seed.
Huh?
You're the 4th seed, so you bowl the 7th seed. All right. All right, let's get this show on the road. So I will break away from you for just a moment here, and we'll get going.
I get to be alone on the mic.
Yeah.
I feel
Scott,
sorry.
watch
I feel
out
sorry
there.
for whatever I'm about to say while you're gone. as he tries to find somebody. I think he needs the arrows to pull up.
Little confusion going on.
Just a little. But what's
And that's
new?
actually just with me. That's okay. There's no FCC.
Okay.
There isn't?
We're back.
No, not for us.
Should have told me that.
All right, as soon as the screens change, you're going to start.
Or maybe I shouldn't tell you that. He found out there's no FCC regulations on our broadcast.
Wow.
I'll be nice.
I'll do an analogy for you later, but it's not pretty.
Unless it comes down to a tie, then
Oh,
no holds barred.
tie number 1, Stepniak. Tie
That's
number
right,
2,
that's-
you. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that tied to a train as they go out of town?
All right, Mr. Von Hortnow is going to lead on 33, Eklund on 35, and Mr. Smith on 37.
Joe looks lost.
Wow, that doesn't take much.
We better go down there and guide him.
John. He starts.
We're still confused.
No, it's like these guys never bowled before. Must be the free alcohol they have in this bowling center.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
there's
minute.
free alcohol?
I didn't know about that either.
See? That's why.
That's because you stole somebody's.
Oh, that's what they mean. There's just a beer on the counter. You walk by.
That's pretty much what it was.
All right, so we got 3 matches going on, ladies and gentlemen. None of these 6 bowlers know what in God's name they're doing. So anything is possible. But again, the 3 bowlers that don't advance in this round will each receive $150, and then the 5 that are left get into the mega pot. First place today at $1,922. And next week, with the turnout we had this week, first place will be over $2,300. And we'll be back at AMF Bellevue in Inglewood. And we'll be bowling on the Sphinx.
Oh,
Yeah, so get your Egyptian equipment out.
I need new Egyptian equipment.
The Sphinx. They named the pattern the Sphinx.
The Sphinx.
They name anything you can think of.
Actually, a lot of guys call it the sphincter, but you know.
That's not surprising.
That's why.
All right, Kelly light. Joe crosses over, which means he barely missed his pocket. No,
He still looks lost. Got that.
okay, Kelly covers his spare. Actually, the first round of matches, other than our middle match here with Sean Diggs and John Eklund.
They're close.
Yeah, well, their handicaps are a little bit distant, but I think the others are like 5 pins.
I think the one was
and
5 and the other was 7.
You got 5 here, 5 there, and this one is 18. So John Eklund is getting 18 from Sean Diggs, who you saw last week finish second.
There's a good shot.
And he's right back in the mix again. All right, Kelly Lawson, spare strike. Kelly, a jeweler.
Is that what he does?
Yep, he works for the Shane Company.
Oh,
Wow,
there's-
real strike by Joe
hits the
Stepniak.
pocket and gets a strike.
Oh, that's going to go. It's going to sit. Oh. Huh? That was a good ball. Oh, my God. Oh, it wasn't bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
I love those kind.
This week, World Series of Bowling Chameleon, 43 feet. And like Steve was telling you earlier, you know, not getting to the pocket was not an issue. It was
No, it wasn't.
carry. Carry was tough for a lot of guys.
Oh, Chuck. Oh,
Now he threw
Good
his
thing
old
he's a
Manhattan
plastic
rubber
ball.
at it. The one that had 2 serial numbers.
oh yeah.
It was like bingo B8, you know, something like that. The last time they checked that with a durometer, it broke the needle, I think.
I need
All
one of
right,
those.
John Eklund. Open, but comes back with a spare. Sean up with a double.
Oh, my hand's up.
Oh, yeah,
I am
we
all
got to
over
have this. He's good for a toddy. Why not? Absolutely no pressure. Karen,
No.
if you're listening at home, put your hand up. At least you can get a free meal at a nice restaurant. John Eklund.
Oh, look at that.
Huh?
Right through the beak.
Piece of cake for Vaughn right now. It almost got expensive, Chuck. We had our hand up.
I didn't.
I was only going to get like a well drink, but he was ordering some really wild thing. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, look at Joe.
Wow.
2 in a row in the pocket.
That can't be Joe.
No, that's,
Has to be
I
somebody that
think
looks
that's
like Joe.
But I told you he looks lost, so maybe that's not Joe.
Always a
He
possibility.
has that looks long.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks lost most of the time.
Uh-huh. But more than normal today.
No problem with the spare for Kelly. Kelly up 2 pins scratch, so now he only trails Chuck by 3.
Getting tight.
Match, Joe and Ron Smith going at it.
Ooh.
Spare double for both, and Joe just leaves a fast 8 on a pretty good shot.
Kelly
that's
pulled
going
that
right.
one.
Yep. And
Oh, we have another 5-pin.
Right on. Yeah, even Kelly's in. Sean opened
Joe
after
got
that
his.
double. So 29, 49, 7. So right now, Sean Diggs is only down 11 unless John doubles. Sean went double, baby split, didn't convert it. 4th frame. And, crossed over high, but only left a 6.
That looks.
Oh. Wow, Chuck got an almost a real one there.
He's trying.
Of course, he goes 30 clean in the semis. He goes, "What's that worth?" I went, "Attaboy."
I walked away. I went 30 clean. Sean got his.
Sean Diggs makes a spare.
Spares
Let's
are
see
the
if
easy
John
part.
can. John doubles here. He can get the lead back up 21. And he's pointing. And another 5-pin. He's trying to get this happy hour thing going.
Either that or just trying to sell Stebniak shot. Brooklyn.
Why not?
Oh.
All right. Gets the double, so now he goes back up 21. And
I think he's
Chuck.
got the 5-pin.
No problem there.
Ron's going high.
Yep.
That could be Brooklyn
Maybe.
again.
Nope. This leaves a 3. Not bad.
Ron got his spare.
That game is, pretty much tied,
Yes.
scratch, so
Yes.
only a 5-pin difference there. Ooh, nice
That's a nice
ball.
shot.
Available, Sally Lane is available.
Nice ball by Kelly Lawson. So he's up 6 with the handicap difference.
Eklund got
All right.
his.
John Eklund, no problem with his spare. And Joe is about a week short of that one.
No comment.
And Kelly real high, fortunate, just lead a 4-7.
Kelly got
Yep,
his.
nice shot. All right, so Kelly Lawson has 99 and a fifth. And Chuck with a mark here. Could get to within 11, and he gets 5 for the handicap difference, so he could still be back 6. Sean Diggs strikes on lane 36, trying to get into that lead. Currently at 21.
That's a better ball.
Will it finish? Yes. Ooh, that's a good ball.
I thought he had it when he let it go.
Yep. I think everybody behind him liked it, but unfortunately, end result was a corner pin.
Joe's going. Oh, there's Joe. See,
There it is.
We knew Joe would show up eventually.
The real Joe. He tries to camouflage himself, but eventually his game gives him away. And, all right.
All in.
Another. And,
A little close.
yeah. So now he's only down 7. Not bad.
No. Still close.
Both
down
our
there.
both our end matches are close. Our middle match is about. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh my goodness. That's like he could win this tournament and lose money now.
Yep.
With all the free drinks he's gonna. Oh, he
Check
pulled a
him.
Stepniak. Well, we always said they were related, but
Watch Stepniak for too long.
rubs off on you, which
It
is
does
scary.
eventually, especially when you bowl with it.
I try not to.
I've had bowling a couple times.
Look what happened to Darryl Stone. I don't think he's still recovered. Oh, my
Nice.
goodness.
Little mixer.
John caves in. Yeah, it's Spoggett leaves 8 on the deck for a strike.
Funny part is
Yeah.
that's what seemed to carry for me today is light.
White. Yeah.
That's a nice
Nice
shot.
shot. Nice shot. Yeah, they're at each other tooth and nail. That's a good match over there. This is going to high again, and this time he pays the price. Yep. 6-7. Oh, and Kelly flags a
We let that ball let
3
go. I
pin,
didn't-
2 pin.
2-pin.
Wow.
When we let it go, I didn't know if it was going to come back or not.
Ah. Well, Kelly does throw a lot of urethane equipment because he, throws no thumb.
Oh, look at Drew.
Here we go. Stepniak with a double.
So it's throwing a little wide.
Nope, never got there. Leaves a 6 count on an open. Whoop, wheels
This
are
is-
starting to fall off for Kelly.
Yep.
Let's see. So John didn't get anything. So he's 124 open in a 7th. And if
So
Sean
24.
marks, he's got 124, so he's still down 18. Nice shot by Kelly. All right. And Joe doesn't know where that ball's going.
we're all
and Joe
in this
leaves a
one.
5 pin.
He has no idea.
That's the only way he stayed alive this long. Oh, here we go. He needed that one to get back in that match.
That,
Ooh, I thought that was big 4. Very, very lucky.
oh, he's got the 5-pin.
Yeah, sure.
No one wants to take the lead down there. It's just
No, it's back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Joe's spot and run the handicap. Yeah, Joe gets 25 and Ron gets 30, so he's got a spot and run 5.
Please go to the bar area for customer assistance. Thank you.
Oh, will it get up there? Just a little white. Good mix. But leaves the 2-5. Oh, 2-5-8.
ooh, Ron.
What'd he leave?
The 6. Chuck got his spare. Yeah, we have two close matches.
Yeah.
Could wind up in a. Oh, Sean.
Gave it right back to him. And that's going to go Brooklyn. Perfect.
Oh, jeez. I think I figured out what I was doing wrong this weekend.
There you have it.
Put that in when we come here for the $10,000. Now remember, don't hit the pocket.
Yeah, this is the site of our $10,000
That's
first
all
place
right.
spring regional, April 28th to the 30th, here at Brunswick Zone Green Mountain.
Brooklyn.
Yes. All right. 147 in the eighth with a strike. Chuck, 147 in the eighth with a strike. 5-pin difference. And John, that was a good ball by John. Looks like Joe's going to finish first over there. Currently on a spare, 9th frame. And fortunately, just to leave the
That looks.
6-9.
Thought maybe that would come up.
Kelly leaves the 3-5-6. And is
John
that
got
going to
his
stay on?
spare. Yep.
All right. He's up 30 pins right now with 2 frames to go.
Kelly got his.
Kelly gets a spare.
Joe got his
Joe
spare.
gets his spare. That match is close.
Yes,
Wow.
it is.
Oops.
That's.
What do you get out of that? 5?
Is that 5?
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, Kelly Lawson leaves the same thing.
Oh, Joe went Brooklyn, I think.
Well, he had to. He had to go back
I was
to
gonna
his
say.
pocket. All right, Kelly Lawson finishes 184, scratch 211 with handicap. So basically, all Mr. Von Hornell has to do is mark in the 10th. With the 5-pin difference, it'll make Chuck a winner.
I don't think that's. I didn't
No,
think I was going to get there.
nope, not good. So a ray of hope for Sean Diggs here, but he would literally have to punch out.
Oh, look
Why
at
not?
Joe. See?
And Chuck playing that
Oh,
deep inside
man.
line, had a great shot, just leaves a 7.
Just pick this up.
Actually, he's wrapped it up even without it.
Pick this up.
He misses it, he wins by a pin. Or no, I lied. He needs to make this, which he does. He would have lost by 4.
Oh. And Joe finishes hitting the pocket. Good turkey.
I think he locked him out, didn't he?
2. I didn't
Because-
see what he finished with. $222.
247 with handicap. And the best Ron can do is 217 scratch
With his 30.
and 30, 247, but he didn't get the
Yes, they
first
didn't
one.
Get it, so.
So Ron Smith
That
goes
one's
down
up.
in defeat. Joe Stepniak advances.
Chuck wins.
And, oh, Sean Diggs. Huge miss. Now he's got to throw something together here in the 10th, but I don't think it's enough.
I don't think it was either.
All right, Kelly Lawson is done. Chuck Von Hortenel advances.
$41.70. So Sean strikes out, shoots 203 as handicap.
There's one.
For
203 with handicap.
50.
And John's at 198 sitting, so John's going to advance. So it looks like Mr. Wilsey will take on Mr. Stepniak. And let's see. And Chuck Von Hortnell will take on John Eklund. So these two guys have to go there. And Chuck and Chris will be, or Joe and Chris will be on 33 and 34.
Trying to finish 160. 193 the handicap.
So our second seeded player, Chris Woolsey, is going to take on our 6th seed, Joe Stepniak, on 33 and 34. And John Eklund, the winner of this current match. You're seeing John up there finishing up. He's going to take on
Chuck Van Horten, right?
Chuck Von Hortnell, I'm sorry. Yeah, Chris will take on Joe and Chuck will take on John. Okay. All right, so we're just about to wrap up match number 1 here. Again, our winners were Chuck Von Hortnell, John Eklund, and Joe Stepniak. When we come back, we'll have 4 bowlers. I will bring in our 2nd seed, Chris Woolsey. We'll take on Joe Stepniak, our lowest remaining seeded player from round 1. And Chuck Von Hortnell will bowl John Eklund for round 2. And we'll step aside at this point for editing purposes. Again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Brunswick Zone, Green Mountain, Lakewood, Colorado. Come back. We'll be just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Match number 2 here at Brunswick Zone, Green Mountain. We have our 2nd seed, Chris Woolsey, out of Broomfield, taking on Joe Stepniak, who was our 6th seed out of Westminster. And Joe's going to spot Chris 11 pins. And then in our other match, Chuck Von Hortnell, that's actually Joe Stepniak's dad, taking on John Eklund. And 19 pin difference. Chuck's got to spot John.
Yeah, I'm telling
Thank God that tail's not around. All right, Chuck. Nice ball.
shot.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
Chris
Yeah.
used the Stepniak line. He's gonna do the ammo against him. All right, here we go, buddy. Got 5 bowlers left.
All right.
Who is your pick to click?
I've got to take the easy one and say Jerry Smith.
Jerry Smith.
The way he threw the last
you're a
2
dog.
games.
Okay. All right, so Roadkill gets Mr. Smith. And I, on the other hand,
Oh, there it.
did Scott Sledgester, our producer, give us vomit bags for the talent table?
I don't know if he knew we were this close to Joe.
Oh boy. Oh, I mean, I
Get a word on view.
I have a hard time on this one. I really do.
It's because I took the
easy
one.
I'm going to take Mr. Woolsey.
All right.
A newcomer, actually joined ABT out of Orlando, and then with a job change came up here about 6-7 months ago. Pinball one is pretty regular, so I'm going to take the 2 seed. Roadkill's going to take the 1 seed. Of course, knowing Nolan, he'd have been all over Jerry Smith like you know what on you know what. But out of all of them, Jerry's got the most experience. He's seasoned player, like I said, ex-touring pro in his younger days.
It just seems like he has a better angle in the pocket to carry.
Jerry finds ways to carry where other people just shake their head. It's amazing. What amazed me is after he had that total knee replacement, I think he was only out 3 or 4 months, and then 2 weeks in the league shoots 300. No, really? But that's Jerry.
It must be something about knee surgeries because I did the same thing after mine this year.
No? Yeah, you had that big set. Was it Heatheridge or
Arapaho?
Arapaho. And can't get out the 4-7. Look at that. Nice ball by Chuck.
On a double.
All right. Joe's dad with a double. Chuck's in real estate right now. Actually, I think when he got into Denver, believe it or not, he worked for Continental Airlines. Way
Did
back
he?
when, yeah.
I thought it was always in real estate.
No, it was not.
I think he's starting to flip homes now, too.
That's very possible, sure. There we go. Yeah, he's got it. Philip David, our floor director. You got to wonder what pair of glasses he's got on, because he's legally blind with none. Totally blind with one pair. He's going, really?
Oh, I'm in again.
Okay. Why not?
We got to get a drink somehow today. Tried and tried.
Well, you know we're not going to get one from Diggs. Come on.
No.
I know we'll get one from Von Hort now. Oh, he pulled that one.
It was a little too high.
Yeah. 310, baby split. Meanwhile, Chris is going strike, spare, strike.
Chuck got his spare.
Chuck got his 5-pin. So he's got double nine
so he's
spare.
Already
49. He's 20 ahead, and he was spotting him 19. So basically, we're at an even match after 2 frames over there.
Ooh, Joe.
Yeah, Joe's surprised. Said, I actually hooked that ball. Wow.
2 boards.
Early trouble for Joseph. All right, the loser of these 2 matches you're seeing right now with 5% of the Megapot, each bowler is going to take home $328. And then third place will go to 606. Second place, 1,011. And our winner today will get 1,922.
Not a bad payday for any of them.
No. That
Nice
was a good
ball.
shot. All right. So after that open, comes right back. Nice ball. John Eklund
His spare.
takes a 1-2-4. Once again, we'd like to thank Joseph Ulibarri, General Manager here at Brunswick Zone Green Mountain, and his staff for hosting the Amateur Bowlers Tour. Actually, we're going to be here like every 4 weeks. We'll be here the end of March, and then the end of April, our big $10,000 first place spring regional.
Chris was lucky, went high and then split.
Our pro shops in the area will hopefully come through like they did last spring and give us some. Basically what we're doing is we're trying to bump up those side pots. 900 Global has given us some bags and bowling balls. We're going to try to give away $200 a game, guaranteed side pots on every first squad of every block, and there's 4 blocks.
Nice.
You got a block Friday night, 2 on Saturday, and then the one on Sunday morning. And then all the other squads, we're going to guarantee $100 minimum. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
This place is going to be jumping.
Mm-hmm. Be the end of leagues.
Yeah, leagues will be
paid.
done. Yep, absolutely. Wow,
nice.
he liked that and actually ran it out.
I know.
Actually, it looked like a Charleston, didn't it? Or it was Michael Jackson like 40 years into the future or something?
Yeah,
that was
something
like a
that.
senior moonwalk or something?
That's, yeah. You had the word senior in there, so that's just...
Well, of course. Yeah. Hey, Chris.
That's
Oh,
a
he
nice
liked
ball.
it. Oh, that's a good shot. All right, so he's just grinding away, trying to figure out lane 34. Perfect on lane 33. And Von Hort now. Oh, bad break. Ow. 410. Now, here's the funny part. The last 2, these characters, if Chuck Von Hort now should win his match against John Eklund and Joe
Joe wins.
Stepniak, the last time they bowled against each other, they tied twice. I was about to throw both of them out of the building. And, ooh, he gave it a valiant effort.
Joe's going.
And Joe did the same
Repeat.
thing on that. Yeah, repeats leave the 310. I think Chris is just a little bit too strong for Joe today, only because his ball speed will help him out when
Yes.
these lanes are starting to really break down. That's how
there
he
you go,
did it,
Joe.
right? Okay. So Joe's got 57 in the fourth, spare in the fifth. To Chris Woolsey's 80 in the fourth, strike in the fifth. So Chris Woolsey with the early lead in that match. And John Eklund on 38. Ooh, through the face and was lucky just to only leave the 6. Chuck Von Hort now 95 in the fifth with an open.
Yes.
And if John makes this, he'll have 82.
There's
Ooh,
Joe.
there's a Joe. Yeah, you heard that, patented Joe ball.
I tell you, trying to hit the pocket. That's the problem.
Of course. All right, John makes his spare, and actually he's still up 6 pins with the handicap difference, so that match fairly tight. And again, Chris Woolsey, first time you've seen him. Chris, again, originally out of Orlando, Florida branch, and
Those are
moved
nice.
up to Broomfield.
That was a nice ball.
Yes, he does. Oop, that's going to go real high, and did he leave the 9 with it?
Yes.
Yep, 3-9-10.
Not an easy spare on this
No.
condition.
And John Eklund leaves the 4-7. So he was getting 19, he's down 15. So 4-pin difference there.
And John got his spare.
All right. Will it finish?
Yeah.
Ooh, just could not quite get there. Little less speed. He'd have probably got the ball to hook a little bit more. But he's got 108 in the sixth. Joe can go 97 in the sixth, but if he doubles, it's pretty much a 4 or 5 pin match.
Chuck threw a nice ball down
Yeah.
there.
Did you say Chuck threw a nice ball?
Yes.
Wow. Can we say that in the same sentence? At times?
Yeah, at
Okay.
times. I bowl league with him, so I know every once in a while he has it in him.
I used to bowl in a league with Stepniak. And after they let me out of
sorry.
Fort Logan, I decided to change bowling centers. That's close.
Yep.
Ooh. Even Joe was walking up to the ball return. He figured that was 10 in the pit. Meanwhile,
Chuck was
Chuck
the
Von
baby
Hort now
split.
leaves the baby split. Chuck was funny, when the Masters first started in 95.
Yeah.
Chuck had never shot 300 in a league. Shot 2 300s with ABT. Unbelievable. All right, nice conversion by Chuck. Gives him 115 in the sixth to John's, say 100. So there is still a 4-pin difference there. And Chris
Chris got
Woolsey,
his spare.
Chris Woolsey converts his 9-pin. And he's getting 11 from Joe.
Joe needs a strike.
Yep. Yeah, he really does. Or he's down 22. And cut it to 12 here. John Eklund with a
Nice
great
ball.
shot. This is close.
Oh,
Yep.
there.
Key double. Here we go. Cuts the lead to 12, and he can cut the lead to 2 with
2.
another one. All right, let's see if John Eklund can double here.
Tug that one. That even. that's
Nope,
not
not even close. So, will Joe get a 3-bagger?
That looks good. Nope.
Nope, not quite. All right, at least 4-7. Okay, he was spotting him 11. And he's down 3 scratch, so he's down 14.
He's got the spare.
And there he goes. Okay, so he's down 14 with 2 frames to go. And John Eklund, I thought he was going to chop that, but he makes the 1-3-6.
So he's 120.
In the 7th?
I think he's in the 7th. Yeah, 120 to 7.
So if Chuck should strike here, he's still down 4 pins. What a nice shot. Oh, and he couldn't get the 7 out. That was a good ball. And
That's
Chris,
good.
sit. Nope. All right, so he leaves the 6-10. My favorite spare. I swear to you, you put money on the table. I'm a rich man chopping that thing.
I remember that.
Oh, my goodness. I hate that spare.
Chuck got his spare.
Yep. Then you leave it again and you make a move and you chop it again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't allow firearms and bullets. Check in before you start.
That would be deadly.
We are in the dinner hour.
You know who would like that?
What? Oh, the chief.
No, well, not him, but someone else.
Who?
Charlie Kerber.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but he'd be out of control. At least there'd be a little bit of logic in the Chiefs' defense. Charlie, you just don't know what the heck he's going to do. Yeah, that'd be a scary situation there.
And not if you like him.
All right, so Chuck Von Horn now
154
in the 8th with a strike. He's down 5 now. Be huge here if John could double in the 9th and set himself up for the 10th, as Chuck just did. Boy,
Nice
and he
ball.
did, too. It was a good shot. So we got a 5-pin difference down there. That's going left. Oh, he's fortunate just to leave the 3. So he's got 145. And this game is close. 145 in the 8th, which basically means now we're at the scratch. They're tied scratch, so Chris still has an 11-pin advantage, provided, of course, he makes this spare. And Joe will finish first. Here's the sad part. Chris spares. Joe punches. Chris punches. He beats him by a pin. Wow.
Well, John doubled down there, threw a nice ball.
That's huge. Because now he's up 15. That was a big double.
It was.
But again, Chuck's on the same scenario.
Yeah.
So actually, if John throws this one, he can lock him out with a handicap. So this is a big ball here for John Eklund. Because again, he has that 19-pin handicap advantage. Meanwhile, Joe Stepniak, that's going right through the face. But no! Carries it as if it was solid. And John Eklund crosses over, leaves it 5-10. So that'll give him, let's see here. After the graphics quit messing with us.
Don't you love those?
No.
160. If he picks it up, he'll be 188.
188.
With 51
188
pins.
with 51. 239. And, ooh, nice
that was
try.
close.
187 with 51. 236.
238.
Yes, 238. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So if Chuck punches, he shoots 214. He's got to have this one minimum. And he does.
Ball, yes.
That gives him 180 something to 20 something, which means
I don't think he still
13.
needs.
He still needs this one. All right, Joe goes 7th spare in the 10th. The best he can do is 185 scratch. Basically, all Chris Woolsey has to do now is mark in the 10th, and he'll beat Joe because of the handicap difference. 11-pin handicap advantage for Chris Woolsey. So this is a big ball for Von Hort now right here. Can he repeat the shot?
Looks like he tugged it.
Ooh, and he couldn't get the 4-pin.
83, so
183,
203.
203, and
Nope,
40 or 32. Nope, it's not enough.
Nope.
He's going to lose by 3 pins. Joe Stepniak strikes for 185. All right, that was a great match down there.
Yep.
Key double by John Eklund. Survives him through that match. So Chuck Von Hort now is going to tie for 4th. He'll take home $328. And if Chris Woolsey can just mark in a 10th, Chuck and Joe will bow out simultaneously. Only appropriate since
I know you didn't want that to happen.
I didn't want to have to see that again, really.
I wasn't here for that, so I wish I saw
Oh, God,
it.
you're so lucky you weren't. After the second one, I was contemplating a double murder. Okay, just leaves a 4. So 150, 164, 173. 173 and 36 gives him 213. Oh, yeah, doesn't even need a mark. 185 and 25. Yep, 210 for Joe. Yeah. Oh, he has to make it or he loses by a pin.
Does he?
Yep. Look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
I think that cost him the match.
But you cast in the side you need.
Yep.
209. Joe Stepniak wins 210-209 against Chris Woolsey. My pick to click, of course. So both bowlers will go home tied for 4th, take home $328. Now we're in our semifinal match. It's going to be Joe Stepniak against John Eklund right here on lanes 35 and 36, and you'll see that match when we come back for editing purposes. Take a short break. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Brunswick Zone Green Mountain in Lakewood, Colorado. Come on back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our semifinal match. John Eklund of Denver against Joe Stepniak out of Westminster. And John, being a higher seeded player, is going to lead this semifinal match. John's going to have a 26-pin advantage. We're down to 3 bowlers. The winner of this match will take on our tournament leader, Jerry Smith out of Englewood.
My pick to click.
Yeah. Go ahead and rub that in. I know. Yeah.
I'm not rubbing it in yet.
All right. Thanks. Picking Jerry Smith is like picking Secretariat in 1972.
You let me pick first.
I know.
And I know if
I
I
was
would
nice.
let you pick first, you
You're
would have
damn right.
done the same thing.
You're
so
absolutely
I just
correct.
beat you to it.
You're absolutely correct.
Is it?
Will it come back?
Nope.
No, he did it the other way. He took the 10 off the 6. So the 26-pin handicap's going to drop to about 17 after this one. Last time Jerry Smith wore that shirt was 1990 something. I think he had to probably go to St. Louis and get it out of the Hall of Fame. And, ooh, almost. You can't watch. You know, he does have that effect on people. You've known that. You notice it. Look, he's speechless.
I know. And to leave Vico speechless, that takes a lot.
It does take a lot. That's true. All right.
I got the 10 pin.
Yep. All right, and let's see. Jerry gets 12 sticks, so wow, he could be spotting Eklund 39. And Joey would only be spotting 13. Joe's already eaten into that early handicap advantage.
Thanks to
created by that open by John Eklund. Nope, he's gone left.
Well, I'm all late again.
Oh, we got it. We're in.
I was say that's Joe's pocket, though. How do you not care?
Good point. Because he can miss it on both sides and still make it.
Yeah.
So, Nolan, wherever you are, you better be in
At
intensive
home.
care.
With his foot up.
Who knows? It was too cold to take the bike out, I can tell you
Having a
that.
cocktail.
Well, please. That's a no-brainer. Uh-oh.
Oh, he got it.
All right, so we go spare. So he's down to 16. Believe it or not, John is probably 70, I want to say almost 75.
Oh,
Well, you know, one against the other. I mean, the stereotypes are kind of the same.
well, that's true.
But John's a retired high...
Welder, right?
Yeah, high... What do they call those guys? They do the skyscrapers. But that's what John did for a long time. He was on the West Coast. Actually came to Denver by way of Seattle in the late 80s, and he's been bowling with us ever since. He originally joined out of Seattle-Tacoma.
I couldn't be up on those skyscrapers, dude.
No.
I don't care if you have a safety harness or not.
I don't care if you have crazy glue. I'm not going there.
Ooh, nice shot by John.
And again, the pattern these guys are bowling on is the World Series of Bowling Chameleon, 43 feet. And actually, this weekend, National Director Myron Mitchell is in Dallas for the big grand opening of the Texas branch. Because not only are they going to go out of Dallas-Fort Worth, they're basically going to go throughout the whole state. Hooray,
nice
carries
shot.
a mixer.
Going through that whole state takes a while.
Yeah, that's huge. So I think, if I remember correctly, I think the stops that they have lined up are Dallas this week, and then I think in 2 weeks they're in Austin, and then 2 weeks later they're in San Antonio. I believe.
So now that they're not an every week thing,
Well,
or eventually they'll get there.
eventually they'll get there, I'm sure. All right, that big double by John Eklund gets him right back into a scratch situation with Joe. So Joe's down 26. Ooh.
I can't see. He keeps
No.
blocking my view.
He was very high and was fortunate just to leave the 7-pin.
So who's going to run the division down there?
The gentleman that had started for us before the FLM thing has agreed to come back with some marketing people. And it's going to be a group that is going to run those individual events, which I think is a great idea.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure once they build their base up, I don't think it would be any problem for them to run quarterly or maybe even monthly $5,000 or $10,000 regionals with as many bowlers as down the
As many
Southwest.
bowlers are down there?
Sure.
I wouldn't doubt that in the least.
So let's hope they had a good start. Ooh.
Another 5-pin.
Yep.
And that's the only problem getting from here to Texas. You got to fly.
Pretty much, yeah, because Myron, of course, drove through last week, stopped here on his way down to Dallas to do some training for the gentlemen that were involved. And he went, and of course, it's 8 hours from Salt Lake to Denver. And then from Denver, he went through Kansas, down through Oklahoma, and down into Dallas, which I think's another 12, isn't it?
I think so.
That's a
I-
lot
when
of
I-
driving.
When I was doing regionals, so that's the problem. They were all in Texas.
Yes, for most of them, yeah,
And
90%.
and trying to drive is
It's crazy. Yeah, by the time you get there, you're so physically worn out, you can't physically perform to where you want. All right, John Eklund, frame number 5.
Light.
And light mixer.
He's watching.
Joe's
Joe.
looking at me
I
like,
was gonna say,
how does he
Joe
do
is-
that? I said, he's been watching you for 25 years. What do you mean? So Joe's in trouble here. Even if he strikes here, he's only up on him 1 pin scratch. So he's still down 25. And John's got a strike working in the 5th. And, ooh, there you go. Okay.
See,
So
we
he's up 1
duplicate that.
pin scratch, down 25 with the handicap difference. He badly needs, well, not badly, but it's time to put a
Start
couple
to
together
go.
here and start to eat away at his handicap. You throw a double here, you can cut the lead to 15. Meanwhile, I'm sure that Jerry Smith contingent in Florida and elsewhere is anxiously waiting to see
I'm sure.
Jerry live. There we go. Big double by Joe, cuts the lead to 15.
I gotta tell Joe to stop blocking my view so I can see.
You got to tell him to sneak
I
up on
gotta
it.
tell him to squat when it's on 35.
It would take 5 people to get him up.
Well, I don't have to go get him up, so that's all right.
You're lucky because you think you got bad knees now? Not good.
I just have a bad knee, not knees.
Yeah, well, that one takes care of
Oh, it
both
does.
of you. All right, John Eklund trying to do the same thing that Joe did, get a double here.
Brooklyn.
And,
Nope.
oh, not quite.
Joe was worried. You see that?
Now, Nick, this upcoming regional that we've got in about 6 weeks,
Give or take, yeah.
it's going to be here,
Yes.
and it's going to be the Survivor format again.
Yes.
So we're going to start off with 16 or 24.
Depends what the total amount of semifinalists are. Once we put the semifinalists on the floor, 1 in 4 advance to eliminator finals. So you could conceivably have, say, 100 semifinalists, which means we would take 25 in the eliminator finals and then cut all the way down to the top 4 bowlers and then do that 2-game match.
Although keeping it an even number.
Yeah, plus ties would advance also. But yeah, it's gonna be big.
And
Nice ball.
Nice shot, John Eklund.
this
After
is,
that key miss, comes back with a strike.
I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to cover all the action here because it's the
See,
pillars kind of change things up here.
That's why you get the big bucks.
Exactly.
You figure all this stuff out.
I'm getting big bucks this time?
The check will clear.
Okay, well, that'll work.
All right, see if Joe can
That
get a
looks like a good
three-bagger
ball.
here.
There.
He actually threw that
he
with
left.
authority.
See,
He goes, now, I have
he is
never done
all-
that in my
He's
life.
all confused.
There it is. Broken pin prevented the pin to carry into the 7.
If Joe broke a pin, I'm leaving.
I am speechless at this point. But with that open by John Eklund, just a spare here, and Joe's got
yeah?
the lead. So you got 128 in the 6th with a spare in the 7th. So he's up 22 scratch, so he's actually still down 4, but made it a very close match at this point. So John Eklund still ahead by the slimmest of margins, but he is working on a strike.
Mm-hmm.
Will it get up? Nope. Looks like the 1, 2, 4, 8. Yep. 6 count on a spare didn't help his chances. So now he's down 8. With 2 frames to go, and he's got to convert this spare and hope that John doesn't double.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw your doubles partner out at the Winter Nationals, a grandmama,
Oh, yes.
the Beaner,
Yes. I got a text from her
and
saying, "Where are you?" Said,
I guess it was AJ's turn to be home. So
I said, "I had knee surgery. I couldn't come."
she's trying to see if she can work it out where they can get out here in April to bowl. So that'd be fun.
Well, I gave her grief in October. That's why she texted me. Because I texted her in October, "Where are you?"
Yeah, there you go.
Nice shot.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Big ball. Big ball, John Eklund. Boy, he has made the shots when he's had to.
He's throwing the ball really well.
Yeah, I mean, he misses a single pin spare, but then comes back with a double.
Just so she texted me back, she wasn't invited to come. I should admire that.
You knew he wasn't going to believe that for a second. Well, Serene Walters, if you're watching,
I'm going to get a text.
yes, your doubles partner is giving you grief.
Oh, he's pulled a Joe.
John Eklund just did a Joe Stepniak. He threw the ball so bad that the vomit bags are out.
And I think Joe knew it because he turned around.
He said, that looks like one of mine.
Yep.
Wow. I think Joe's in shock. Best Joe can do is 224 scratch. And John's on a 226 pace. Nice ball. All right. And it's
Is
a
it
shame
me?
if he'd have gotten that. Well, no, because he went spare. I was going to say that 7-pin he left. Could have had a 4-bagger, but that's not true.
Is it me or did Joe speed up the ball?
Yeah, he did. Those last two shots. But again, he's got to punch just
Oh,
have
yes,
any
he
hope.
does.
He really does, because he's spotting John 26. And basically, right now, John's got him 2-pin scratch. So he's got to punch and hope for help.
Ooh.
Great shot. Whoa,
He got
excited.
He's got a
there.
little pep in his step all of a sudden.
pep in his step.
Never seen that from Joe before.
Not unless he hit a royal flush on a poker machine in Vegas. But he literally still needs an
yes,
X2
he's still.
just to give himself any kind of chance. Maybe.
He looks it. Ooh,
Yes. Mr. Stepniak is getting impressive here. Darryl, if you're at home watching, this isn't the guy that you bowl with every week. I know you're like falling out of your sofa going, who is this guy? But they were all shots that had to be made.
Yes.
Both John Eklund and Joe Stepniak. So again, if Joe strikes here, he finishes 224, and he puts all the pressure back on John. Count on John's first ball is going to be huge.
That looks good too. Nope. Oh,
Look at this.
just sat there and held.
Joe Stepniak throws the last 4 for 224. With 25 gives him 249. Now let's do the scenario here. If John Eklund goes 9 out, he's got 36, 65, 84, 93, and 51. 244. So he's got to have a mark in the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the first, if he strikes, it's over. But he must mark in the 10th. So Joe did what he had to do. He forced John to show up.
That's all you can do.
Yep, that's all you can do.
And
Ooh,
lucky
leaves
to
a
leave
mixer,
that.
but leaves only the 3-pin. And with John being a straight player, this should be no problem.
So I think this is what he missed earlier.
Did he miss the 3?
I think it was the 3.
Wow.
He missed. Nope, not this time.
Yeah, he's got it right there. Yep. 85, 95, 46. He needs 4 pins.
Anything's possible.
Joe. Been here long enough. I've seen just about everything. But I'm not saying a word till he throws the ball. Because if he goes Popovich to tie, I'm going to go nuts. There we go, folks. 204 with this 51 gives him 255. He beats Joe Stepniak by 6 pins. So John Eklund of Denver is in a championship match against Jerry Smith of Inglewood. And you'll see that championship match when we come back in just a moment. Again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Brunswick Zone, Green Mountain in Lakewood. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa with Steve Ross Kelly Jr. We're here at Brunswick Zone, Green Mountain in Lakewood for our championship match. And this match is going to feature our tournament leader, Jerry Smith, out of Inglewood, Colorado, against John Eklund of Denver, who has just come up and just stymied these three opponents here in this top 8 format. So Jerry, being the tournament leader, is elected to have John lead the match. So they're going to go ahead and shake hands, and we're going to begin. John hasn't won in quite a while, although I think he's won 3 or 4 titles. Jerry's won 12, but his last one was probably about 2013. So it's been about 4 years. We were trying to think of where the last one was. We couldn't remember. The shirt he's wearing now was his 11th title at Western. 12th title we can't remember, but he knew it was 2013, so it's been a while. But again, that's when Jerry was dealing with trying not to bowl a lot with the bad knee, yeah. But now that he is half bionic, we should see some good things out of Jerry. Oops, see, now he doesn't get the break that he had against Stepniak. See, that Stepniak magic when Joe is not around doesn't happen.
But it's a good frame to leave it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. If you're going to open, first frame is the place to be. So our second place bowler finisher today is going to take home 1,011. And our champion today, 1,922. John tried to make it, so he goes 7 out. And again, this will be our first look at Jerry Smith. He's going to start on the right lane. And again, Jerry out of Inglewood, just retired this past season from the post office. I worked for them forever. Now he's just having fun, enjoying life, playing some golf, doing some bowling.
Sounds like a nice life.
Carol Jones, his significant other and ultra better half. Because without Carol, Jerry would be a complete basket case. So
even though I was told that Carol lined him up yesterday.
Well, that's a scary thought. All right, Jerry starts off with a strike.
Little birdie told me that.
Yeah? Was it Carol?
No, it was the other little birdie. The worst half.
Oh. Wow. Let's see if Jerry can eat into this handicap here. He could really take a huge bite out of this 39-pin advantage if he can double here against John's Open in the frame, in the first frame.
Looks good.
Oh, he does. Good start. Okay, Jerry starts off with the front 2. John's Open. He's already taken 23 out of 39 away from him. Good way to start the match. Jerry is a lot of fun. I've known him a long time. And, you know, it's funny. Bowlers go through transitions or a period where they've changed their game, changed their style, changed their approach to the line. Jerry looks the exact same way he did when I first met him.
Yeah, ever since I've known him.
Game has not changed, and he's just deadly accurate.
Yeah.
Just a great player. John's going to try to hang in there now. Leaves a 6-pin.
Got that.
There we go. All right, so John's on the board. Open spare. And for a while there, John was going to all the nationals when we were out there. You always saw John. Him and Oscar Wang absolutely love Sam's Town. God. And Oscar goes crazy out there.
Us every time we're at Sam's Town, Oscar.
Yeah, he does. He just goes nuts.
Winning.
Yeah. All right, he crosses over but leaves the 9.
Really? Look at what Betty walks right back through.
Go get the Pope. All right. So John makes his spare. Meanwhile, Scott Sledgester is speechless.
I don't think he understood the word he
No,
said.
he's wasted again. We are in Colorado.
Uh-huh.
Anything could happen in the state of Colorado, ladies and gentlemen. All right, frame number 3 for Jerry. Ooh,
gets the mixer.
Thin mixer. I wonder if Joe Stepniak taught him that shot.
I think Joe's taught everybody that shot.
Even Jerry's like, well, that works, so keep doing that. So now he's 34 up, scratch. And he was spotting him 39, so now a 5-pin difference. He throws this one, he's already got that handicap eaten away. And that's the last thing you want to do against Jerry.
Oh, yes.
He will not let you in. Oop, I looked a little inside. Whoop, didn't
Nice
matter.
shot.
That was just absolute high flush.
He has
So
that
front
hole.
4, yeah. I think he got away with that, actually. All right, so we get the front 4 for Jerry Smith. And John's going, what the heck did I get into? But look at it this way, John. You could have went home with $150, and now you're going to go home with
Over
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, that's awesome. And he did. He bowled very well today. You know, he only comes in at 158 average, and he shot 156, 187, 204 scratch. So he's bowled very well today.
Yeah.
Well, leaves a washout here on a spare. Not a good thing. So he's got 42 in the 3rd. Needs to convert this to stay close. Because Jerry's about to go up on him by 50-some pins here. That's pretty close. Oh, just ran away from him. So he's got 50 in the 4th. Yeah, Jerry's easily 50-some pins ahead.
Ugly quickly.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. And again, John, it's a lot of bowling today for John. John's no spring chicken.
Semis and...
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, this is his 11th game today. That's a lot of bowling.
Did he bowl special entry this morning?
Yeah, no, I take that back. You're right. So he bowled 3 semis, 4 here. So 7 games. But yeah, the poor people. Can you imagine coming in on Sunday, bowling the 1 re-entry squad, don't make it. Bowl the second one, make it. There's 8 games. Bowl semis is 3. 11. Bowl 4 more. 15 games. Call 911. All right, let's see if John can convert this, and he does. All right. So he's got 50 in the 4th, spare in the 5th.
Yes, I bowled that tournament last weekend. Doubles and
Oh, you
singles.
bowled the military?
Yeah. Doubles and single one, then I was exhausted.
Oh, sure.
It's been forever since I've done that many games.
Yeah. Jerry in complete command here. Going for title number 13. And they're all Masters titles, obviously. Oh, will he get a mixer? No. Couldn't quite kick out the 2. He's going to be up 59 scratch after 4 frames, so up 20 with the handicap difference. All right, easy spare. All right, so we got 109 in the 4th, spare in the 5th. I know when we were out in Vegas, I think Jerry and Richard Vitko were bowling Tat, I believe. I don't know if I think Jerry made the cut. I'm not sure. But Colorado fared pretty good in both of those tournaments.
Did it then Tat? That looks a little.
Nope, high flush. It's almost that fallback
I was
shot.
going to say, he's got that lane.
He's got it wired for sound. Like, Jerry's going, John, here's the deal. Throw 2 balls at a time and get out of my way as fast as you can. So at this point, Carol Jones is at home going,
Counting the money.
$1,922.
What can I do with that?
Yes. And the first thing she's going to say is, Jerry, we are not going up the hill.
Heath, we have a lane available for you.
We got to see how that conversation ends up. Ooh, Mixer can't get anything else to carry. 478. I think John's been retired now for probably close to 10 years.
Wow.
And he still bowls probably 2 or 3 leagues a week, which is good.
Stay active.
I know he bowls Wheat Ridge Thursday evening in a mixed league. Let's see if we can get some strikes going here.
There's the Joe. Oh. So
Crossed
there's
over.
the Joe shot.
Yep. No.
But he can't get the carry.
No love. Well, you see, Joe's left area, the aura has dissipated. I think
But
it's just
Joe
a cloud that covers an area around Joe.
Joe has a patent on that shot.
Wow,
So
you got that right.
not everybody can carry all the time like him.
It's scary.
Got it.
All right, he got to 10 pin. Good for him. All right, so John Eklund, 86th in the 6th, spare in the 7th. Jerry in complete command on a 279 possible. Got front 4, left a 2-pin, and struck. Nope, he didn't like it when he let it go. No. Got it too far right. Leaves a 1-2-4. And believe it or not, he's only up 24 because of the big handicap difference. But
That's
throwing
fair.
the ball really good. 149 and a 6, spare in a 7th. Up 24 with 3 to go. Now bowlers will start carrying now because Stepniak has just stood next to me. So that aura will come back.
Nope, he just. Oh no, he's still around.
He doesn't
I
want.
thought he was leaving.
You think. Looks pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, not quite as high, so he leaves a 10 pin.
Should pick this up though.
You don't want to get too lackadaisical
No.
because, like I said, with a 39 pin handicap difference, it's not as far-fetched as you think. But he just grinds along, so he's got 168 in the 7th, spare in the 8th. Now, if John can put a couple here late, this could get interesting to say the least.
Yes.
Because he can still shoot 196 scratch.
51 pins.
And he gets 51. Still shoot 247. Yeah. And it would force Jerry to double somewhere along the line. That's hard to believe.
That looks like a good ball.
And
Right again.
nope, can't kick out the 4. So now the best he can do is 185, 236.
Jerry would
So
still
now
have to
Jerry
double
does
somewhere.
not have to double. So
I would try a handicap. I was thinking scratchy would still have to double.
Okay, John looks like he's going to make the 4-pin, no problem. There we go. All right, so we got 105 in the 7th, spare in the 8th for John Eklund. Let's see if we can put a couple together here and make it close. But right now, it's all Jerry Smith.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Come on, get out of there. Nah, I can't get the 10 out. These are 4-7-10 split. And that all but erases any hope at all that he had.
Yes, so my pick to collect.
You see, it doesn't
Looks
matter.
like he will win.
It doesn't matter who's to the right of me on these shows.
Yes.
I am 0 for life lately.
That's because you let him be.
I
Let
know.
him pick
Well,
first.
I'm a nice guy. What can I say? All right. All right, Jerry's going to finish here. Yeah, so Nolan wins. You win. Kermit the Frog could win. Even Sledgester, who has no clue what we're talking about, picked somebody to win.
I picked Sean.
Nope.
Wide again.
Yep, absolutely. All right, looks at 184.
Now you go back and what you said. If John could have doubled,
Yep,
it
absolutely.
would have been.
Well, even if Jerry just gets
completely-
3 out of the 4 here,
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at 193. That's 52 pins, minus the 39. Now we're down to 14. But, oh, I thought he had it covered. So did he. That was a good shot. So 193, both bowlers are open. So if John Eklund would strike out,
He would be 161 scratch.
212 with his handicap, and 212, and Jerry's at 205. So he just needs a fill.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs a fill. No mark. He's okay. So it looks like Jerry Smith's going to win title number 13. Nice shot. He had the best look on that left lane out of anybody. So John Eklund's going to go home in second place, but he's had a great weekend. With 20% of the Megapod, he's going to take home $1,011. And your champion today, Jerry Smith's going to take home $1,922. Hard to believe it's been almost 4 years since Jerry won his last title.
That is.
As good a player as he is. Goes even deeper, but lucky just to leave at 10. So he's going to shoot 210 with 12 sticks for 220. And that's more than enough to handle John Eklund. The scary part is the interview at the end of this. Because you don't know what he's going to say. This could get brutal.
This is very true.
All right, title number 13 for Jerry Smith. We're going to let John Eklund finish. And then when we come back, we'll have a talk with Mr. Smith. It will be different.
Yep.
That I can guarantee you. Right, Carol? Let's see John do something here. Finish out a little strong. I hung up on it. All right. Leaves a 1-2-7-8. I think John ran out of gas,
I
too.
think so, too.
But like I said, he had a great weekend.
Mm-hmm. I'll take $1,000
Oh,
on the weekend
please.
anytime.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to worry about a crazy interview. I just talked to Jerry, and he's just like, I don't want to do an interview.
We're safe.
And I'm like, well, Nick's wants one. And he's like, all right, it's going to be quick. 2 minutes, tops.
Must have to change his diaper.
I'm not even
Nah,
going
we
there.
won't go there.
But he did just go grab a fresh beer, so this could prove to be
no.
entertaining.
Always. Never fails.
Well, so he could have it gone in 2 minutes. So
What's that?
he could have it gone in 2 minutes. So.
2 minutes?
Minutes, yeah.
Inside joke. All right, John crosses over. Okay, 151 and 51. Shoots 202. Very nice job for John Eklund. He's going to go home in second place with $1,011. And when we come back, we'll have that rare interview with Jerry Smith. And again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Brunswick Zone, Green Mountain, and Lakewood. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back in just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorza, Steve Roskelley Jr., and our new champion for, haven't been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Jerry Smith, 13 titles now in the Denver branch. And Jerry, absolutely impressive. You haven't skipped a beat, man. Like I was telling Steve, I said I've known you for almost 30 years, and your game has not changed at all. And that's a product of you just got a great game. I mean, I know that when you were younger and you went out to the West Coast and you bowled, won a tour for a little while, came back, but you enjoy the game of bowling, which I get a kick out of. I just enjoy watching it. I really do.
Well, you remember the PCP days
Oh yeah,
down in California.
Yeah.
So doing the same thing right now, enjoying it. And
Yeah.
got a commentator like this guy. And
Well, thank
scary,
you.
isn't it?
It's
well, you
scary.
know, we try to teach them as fast as we can, but
I'm a slow learner, though.
and my opponent got pretty tired there at the end.
John, I tell you though,
He got really tired.
Yeah.
he had a great weekend. He really
Yes.
did, but yeah, he ran out of gas. There was no
ran
doubt
out.
about it. But it's cool. It's cool to see you back. We talked about the aggressiveness of your physical therapy with your knee replacement and how fortunate you were to finally get that done. But I was impressed how fast you came back. I really
And it's a
was.
straight knee right now. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, his knee was, ladies
That's
and
it,
gentlemen,
like-
his knee was so bad it came down and then went on an angle. And I thought one night when he slid, it was just going to snap right in half. That's how bad it was. But you put it off for probably 2 years.
Exactly. Carol made me. She
Carol
forced
made
me.
you.
Yeah. That's your fault.
Why is it my
Carol,
fault?
it's either your fault or it's his fault. It's never Jerry's. I can tell you that right now. Jerry had a great day.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it was a perfect tournament. I want to thank everybody.
Well, it was cool,
please.
and Rotogrips jumped up for us to give us some stuff to raffle off, so we can have guaranteed $200 side pots, first block of each, first squad of each block in the spring regional. It's going to be here in about 2 months. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great tournament. I really do.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be really
Are
good.
you going to be ready?
Yes.
All right.
This guy
Even though I
sponsored
know
me.
you're playing golf and you're retired now, relaxing, enjoying life.
And Carol's working. I get to retire.
Perfect.
I love it.
I say there's no better combination.
That's right.
It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. So
Pretty easy.
just find a great woman and you retire. You let her keep working, and then life's good, I guess.
And this is for Kenny Hefner. We love you, brother. Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. Again, next 2 weeks we're at AMF Bellevue in Inglewood. So on behalf of my champion here, Jerry Smith, Steve Roskelley Jr., I'm Nick Lasorza. We'll see you next week. Have a great week.